Hey guys, so I just got the notification on Discord that Barnes & Noble is running a 50% off hardcovers sale right now. And the other day I went and I saw that Parasite hardcover, so I'm on the hunt. I'm hoping that if I go to the same Barnes & Noble I went to last time, they have it in stock, although who knows. I don't know how many manga collectors I have in this area. Hopefully they weren't all snagged up in the morning. It is about noon right now, so yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully we can get it, and we'll see what other hardcovers they have in stock. So yeah, random vlog. We'll see what we get. Since I'm out and about, I might even go to a Books Kinokuniya and see what they have over there. All right, see you guys in the store. I just got here at the Barnes & Noble and the parking lot is full, so I'm really worried now. I'm hoping that I can still find the hardcover for Parasite, but I might have to go to another Barnes & Noble. We'll see. Alright, so as I was coming in, I looked at the line, and that's the longest line I've ever seen at a Barnes & Noble. This is the first time I participate in this sale, so I didn't know how crazy people went, including me. I went pretty crazy. You guys are going to see here in a bit, but I came to the spot that I found Parasite last time I came, and lo and behold, there it was. It looks like it's the exact same copy, so I was very happy that I found that. That's the only thing I thought I was going to pick up, but let's keep going. You guys will see that it's not the only thing I picked up. Next up, I found this volume of The Spoke Rohan Kishikabe. I've been wanting to pick this one up for a while, so I'm glad I waited. And then I ran into this beauty right here. I saw this during Meet the Weeb Family's Top 10 Manga of 2022 video. Mommy Weeb, I think this was actually Mommy Weeb's favorite manga. And when I saw this, I was like, I had to get it. But unfortunately, that one did have some damage. Here was another manga volume that I've always been contemplating picking up, Chobits Volume 1. These are also beautiful manga editions, but again, it had some damage, so I couldn't pick that one up. And as I was looking around, this one isn't a hardcover per se, but I noticed how beautiful, like there was like a shimmer to it, and I thought it looked really nice. Like I was really impressed with the quality of this manga. This is called, what is it called? The Abandoned Empress. And as I opened it up, I realized that it's actually a manhwa. Everything is in full color and it is in that manhwa format. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and read the excerpt here on the back. You guys can pause it if you want to read it, but it did sound pretty interesting, something that I might pick up in the future. If any of you guys have picked that one up, definitely let me know your thoughts on that one. But moving on, here was the next hardcover that I found. This was a total surprise. I didn't even know this released, but we have Volume 2 of the Best of Attack on Titan in full color. Those are the episodes that we will be getting in here. But yeah, I picked up the first one. Didn't know, that was a complete surprise, but I had to pick that one up as well. Here's one that I won't be picking up, Dissolving Classroom. Honestly, this is a step down from the original softcover version. I really love the cover of that one. It has a really nice texture and look to it. Talking about good looks, this is probably the most beautiful book I've ever seen in my life. The black on gold and silver, everything just works perfectly. And I didn't pick it up, but I almost did just because of how beautiful it was. But let me know, have you guys seen a book more beautiful than that one right there? Because I know I haven't. They also had the original series, The Lord of the Rings. I was almost picking this up as well, but I was like, I ain't never gonna read this, so what's the point? Plus, the films are masterpieces. I will just go ahead and stick with the films. The first three, that is. The Hobbit films I also like, but I wouldn't call them masterpieces, which they also had a book about The Hobbit right here. Maybe eventually down the line, I might pick up some books to read with Eisen, but right now he's not at that age, so I put all of these back where I found them. One book that I was looking for, however, was a hardcover version of Fire and Blood, because I wanted to read forward from the series. I loved it, and I just want to know what happens next. I didn't find that, but I did find this, The Rise of the Dragon, which is pretty much an illustrated version, and it kind of quickly goes through the whole Targaryen dynasty. It does actually cover the events of the series and a bit past it, so this was actually perfect because I could read it much quicker than that novel. Woo-hoo-hoo! That was a big haul. I got a lot of stuff. There's one thing that I didn't show you guys. Make sure to check out my manga haul that's coming out at the end of December. It's going to be a big manga haul. I'm going to be combining November's and December's manga haul, so it's going to be big, and including these things. Whew. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. So now we're going to go to books Kinokuniya. There's one thing that I saw in Prof Otaku's latest Christmas video. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. We all did a collaboration for a MangaTube Secret Santa. A lot of us have a bunch of videos, so I'll leave the playlist down below so you guys can check it out if you missed it. But yeah, there's something that I saw in his video and I want to go pick it up, so I hope this Barnes & Noble has it. We shall see. If not, I'm just going to be driving 30 minutes for no reason. But on the way, there is one half-price books, and they are also having a sale, so we're going to go check them out and see what we can find. So today is going to be a fun day filled with shopping. Alright, so I'll be honest, I am honestly not a big fan of half-price books, at least not the ones in my area, because I can never find anything, then their manga selection is very small. But I actually did see a few interesting things here in this half-price books. This is definitely the better out of the ones that I've been to, and I've actually never been to this one here. So let's go over what I found. As far as like their general manga selection, pretty bare bones, nothing interesting here that I was looking for. Although I did see these singles of the 20th Century Boys manga, and I can see why you guys that have these actually prefer these over the omnibuses. They're actually very nice. So yeah, that was pretty cool to see. I had never seen those before. But yeah, as I go through the rest of this manga selection, let me know if you guys see anything that interests you guys. But yeah, for me, that was pretty much it in this specific manga section. But in the foreign section, they actually had Dragon Ball in Spanish. This was actually very cool to see. Honestly, if they had the full set, I would have picked this up. This was very cool. This would be something cool to read with Aizen, because I'm trying to teach him Spanish and English. But unfortunately, there was like just a bunch of random volumes. I also, every time I come, I always check out the gaming section, and they actually had Heart Gold, which I am looking to pick either that one or Soul Silver up. But the price for these Pokemon games are ridiculous. This girl right here actually reminded me of Anya, which is why I zoomed in. But even that game was 75 bucks, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But here's where I actually found some really interesting things. So they had a Blu-ray section, and I have never seen this edition of Your Name. When I looked at it, I was like, dude, this is pretty awesome. But I do have something coming from overseas, which is pretty similar to this, which is why I didn't pick it up. But that was pretty cool to see. I also found some singles of The Flowers of Evil, and oh my god, those covers were so beautiful, guys. Like, it made me kind of want to search them out and pick up that series as singles. I also found Freezing, which I was trying to pick up, but I decided to drop it because those are pretty expensive too. Phoenix is another rare manga that I found. I know some of you guys are looking for that. Then I headed over to the Blu-ray section, and I actually found all of these covers for Game of Thrones. At one point, I wanted to collect all of these, but at this point, I have so many editions of Game of Thrones that I really don't need to go back picking these up. But the price was pretty good at $15 each. But yeah, that was it, guys. See you in the car. All right, I'll just show you guys what I got from here because it's not manga related. So what I got is True Detective Season 1. I've been wanting to watch this series for the longest time. I keep telling myself that I was going to watch it on HBO Max since I have it. But I figured for $9.99, 20% off was $8. I'd say it's worth to pick up. I've heard great things about this series, so I picked up True Detective Season 1 and True Detective Season 2. This one did have a little bit of a little scuff mark there, but that's fine. For $8, I can't go wrong. I think they've already stopped producing this one that comes in like the nice hardboard box. So yeah, I wanted to get these editions and now I got them. So hopefully it's a good series. All right, now let's go ahead, and I'm actually hungry. So we're gonna go get some lunch and then we will head over to Books Kinokuniya. All right, so we made it to Carlton. There's actually a bunch of places to eat around here, so I just went to go look around. That place I've always wanted to go to, but now that I have a sushi revolver around my house, I don't no longer find the need to go there. So I decided to go to this ramen shop. I was gonna pick that soup up, but the waitress actually recommended this tantan mi, and I actually added the extra chashu, which might have been a mistake because it actually was a little bit heavy on me. I couldn't finish it, but it was delicious. So glad that I got that. Now let's go ahead and head over to Books Kinokuniya. That guy wasn't happy that I was recording, but damn, they have a huge Gundam selection. That's new because they used to have all the art books there. I then came to look at their Blu-rays and I found it weird that they actually had a Criterion Collection Blu-ray in here. From what I could tell, it wasn't anime, so that was definitely out of place. Then I went ahead and headed over to the manga section, which always impresses me. I always love coming to Books Kinokuniya and seeing all the manga that they have. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the interesting covers that I found. Sakamoto Days Volume 4 cover looks amazing. I love the purple color and the green. I just think they did a great job with this one. And I don't even know which one's better here, Volume 4 or Volume 5. I love both of them, but I think I'm going to give it to Volume 4 just because of all the different colors they have. But that character there in front of Volume 5 looks pretty damn cool. So I'm excited to get to that volume. They also had some Yu Yu Hakusho. They have some quintessential quintuplets figures. Almost picked that up, but I wasn't a big fan of the black dress. They also had all of Nana, which is really cool to see because I remember when there was no Nana on the shelves. This is my sister-in-law's favorite series, so every time I see it, I want to pick it up because it always reminds me of her, and I'm curious to see why she likes it so much. They also had Legend of Zelda, this series right here, which I'm definitely going to be picking up soon because this is from the same creator as the quintessential quintuplets. Go Loser Ranger. Sounds very weird, but like I said, I have to pick it up. Noragami, I have never seen this omnibus next to the singles. It's quite a bit bigger, so yeah, eventually I do plan to pick this series up as well. I'm probably going to go with the omnibuses. Here's something really cool that I found, the Attack on Titan Omnibus Hardcover Edition. If they ever decide to continue this, I might sell my Colossal editions and end up going with this instead because I do love me some hardcovers. So yeah, for now, I didn't pick it up though. I did miss this section as I was coming in. This is all their new manga. So let's take a look at what they have here. Go Loser Ranger. Apparently it has 2 volumes out now. So there's volume 2. Love that cover. Reminds me of the artwork from the quintessential quintuplets. This cover right here was another standout, Jujutsu Kaisen volume 18. That looks crazy. It almost looks like the periodic table there on the front. I don't even know who that character is, but I also found this, which is a light novel. I had no clue this was even a thing. They have light novels for Jujutsu Kaisen? The heck? This was also something that confused me because I thought the series was complete at 11 volumes, but it looks like these are just side stories. So I'm curious if they're going to make one of these beautiful hardcovers for it because these things are probably my favorite manga hardcovers in my collection right now. So glad 7 Seas decided to make those. And talking about 7 Seas, here is their 7 Seas Nasty Man section. So many great series right here. And I finally found it, guys. I found the Elden Ring official art book. They actually had a whole bunch of them. It makes me wonder, like, I don't think they're selling these all that great because look at all those books. And when I flipped through it, honestly, I wasn't too impressed. The artwork, I didn't like all the white in the background. I feel like they have a lot of unused space in this art book. It also isn't a hardcover, and that price at 64 bucks, and there's 2 volumes. Yeah, I didn't know, but I did find some things that I like. So this is book one. They had Ronnie the witch. This one goes through like all the heroes. We also have Blythe the wolf. He's a pretty awesome character. Love him. Then going to the second book, which had like started off with the bosses. Here we have Radon. Love this artwork, man. It's so crazy how this massive character is on that little tiny donkey. Then we got this dude. I forgot his name, but that was an awesome boss battle. That's probably my favorite boss battle in the game. We got the red giant. So yeah, the artwork here was pretty cool. Oh man, how could I forget? Anyone who's played the game probably has nightmares about this boss fight. But yeah, continuing on with the manga, I did find something of interest. Tower of God. This is a hardcover, guys. So when I found this, I was like, oh my God, I need to go find this. I need to go search this out at Barnes& and Noble, get this for half off. So you guys will see how that goes. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. I definitely plan to pick that up at some point. Here's another thing that I found. Inio Asano's newest manga, I guess, because I had never seen this. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Nijigahara Holograph. Yeah, there's the synopsis. You can pause there if you guys want to check that out. Books Kinokuniya also has a pretty big light novel section. I didn't check it out too much, but I did see these Overlord hardcovers. Every time I see those, they look beautiful. I kind of want to pick those up just because of how nice they look on the shelf. I also found this One Piece Ace's Story. I also didn't know One Piece had light novels. But I guess nowadays everything has light novels. Even Naruto, there's some light novels that came out for that too. Just to continue the story, I guess, for people that love it. But I finally made it to the Japanese section, and I always love to look at some like new series that I've never seen before. And here was one. We have Witch Watch. These covers look pretty cool. I love the colors, and I love the characters on the front. So that's one to maybe look out for. I was also very impressed with Volume 4 and 5 of Sakamoto Days that I wanted to take a look at the rest of the covers. And Volume 8, that looks awesome. That character looks pretty damn cool. And Volume 9 as well, that looks pretty cool. That kind of reminds me of Power, though. Then I went on to look at the Kaiju number 8, another series that I love. Dropped 1 volume, but yeah, that Volume 8 cover, definitely the best out of the bunch. I think that's probably the coolest cover from Kaiju number 8. It also extends on over to the back. And then I found this little gem right here. I have no clue what it is, but it looks to be another sort of like MILF manga, like that controversial series, what's it called? You Love Me, Not My Son. But yeah, this series goes on. I was surprised how much volumes there are for this. Like, I guess this must be good, right? It goes on until volume 19. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye out for that and see what that's all about. This was also the first time that I ever saw Monster in Japanese. I didn't realize that these were the exact same as the English versions. I thought that Viz did something different, unique for the Viz Bigs, but I guess not. They did the same thing as the Japanese. I also found these pretty cool art books for any of you guys that like Fruits Basket. These were only $11.99, so not bad. This is an art book I could get behind, but I'm just not that big a fan of Fruits Basket, so I didn't pick those up. This volume, though, this one, I love the front cover for this one, so another series that I'll definitely be keeping my eye on. Moving on to JoJo's, they had more box sets this time. Last time they only have 1, but looks like this time they have Part 4, Part 5, Part 6, and Part 7. And I know a lot of people have complained about the My Hero Academia Viz Media box set because of how tiny it was, but take a look at these. I'd be surprised if the full series is actually in these box sets. But this book right here, this caught my eye. This is a very unique, very beautiful hardcover. I think it's a light novel though, so probably won't pick it up even if it got released in English, but that looked very cool. And then finally, I made it to Hunter x Hunter. That's probably the most beautiful cover for Hunter x Hunter. Usually, I'm not a big fan of them, but this one is actually very nice. Very excited to see who that character on the front cover is. For Chainsaw Man, they had some new volumes here. This was actually a light novel, and I think this had been released before, but I wasn't sure, which is why I kind of picked it up and looked through some pages. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. This, however, is new. This is the newest volume, volume 12. I still have not read ahead though. I'm gonna just wait till it's released in English. This Spy Family looked pretty cool too. I don't know if that's a light novel either, but I almost picked that one up. I really like the artwork on this one. And talking about artwork, we're moving on to the art books. They have a big selection of art books here at Books Kinokuniya. I'm going to show off some of the things that caught my eye. This Attack on Titan, I had never seen these before. They look really cool, but these are just key animations, and I'm not a big fan of that, so I didn't pick any of these up, but they are pretty damn cool. If you just want to pick them up just for the artwork of the cover, I wouldn't blame you. They look really cool with the gold foil on there. This one here was probably my favorite with Captain Levi on the front and the green blood splatter. So yeah, that was cool. I also found this, which is probably the best art book I found that day. The artwork in here looks really damn cool, and they actually cover most of the pages on here. There's not too much white backgrounds, and look at that. You guys saw that, right? But yeah, this was cool. They also had like a limited edition for the latest volume that came out, which had the latest volume plus a cool little box, and it actually had another art book in there. So I almost picked that up. For any Persona fans, they had an art book for Persona 5 as well. This one actually looked pretty cool, but I haven't actually played any of the Persona games. They had a Madoka Magica art book. This one I would have picked up. I would have picked up a lot of stuff here, but because of the Barnes & Noble sale, I was spending so much money on the hardcovers that I ended up not picking much up. But here was another cool thing that I found. These are the tiniest manga volumes I've ever seen. Paradise Kiss. These things are smaller than even like the Japanese standard volumes, which are already tiny. So yeah, I would not want to read those. That's too small for me. All right, guys, so unfortunately, I didn't get any of the art books from Elden Ring at Books Kinokuniya. They were just a little bit too expensive. They weren't hardcovers. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they release one in English, because the guidebook that I got was only 40 bucks. If it was 40 bucks, I would have definitely picked both versions up. Or if it was just one art book for 60 bucks, I would have picked that up as well. But 62 bucks per art book, it would be over 120 bucks, which was just a bit too much considering I picked up a bunch of stuff for that price at Barnes & Noble. So the only thing that I got was this beautiful volume. What volume is this? 37 of Hunter x Hunter. I'm usually not a big fan of the Hunter x Hunter covers, which is why I haven't picked up any of the Japanese manga, but this cover was I actually think it's pretty beautiful. So I had to pick it up considering it's the newest volume that's been released for Hunter x Hunter. And yeah, I kind of want to open it up and flip through the pages, so I'll do that later. But yeah, that's the only thing I picked up at Books Kinokuniya. Now I'm going home, but before I go home, I'm making one more stop to, I don't know if you can see over there, but I'm at another Barnes & Noble. That's right, I'm checking for more hardcovers because this deal is just too good. And when I was at Books Kinokuniya, I saw that hardcover for Tower of God, and I want that. So hopefully they have it here. And if not, we'll see what other hardcovers they have. Maybe Rose of Versailles. Yeah, let's head in there and see what they got. I don't know if I'll record much because my phone is about to die, so we'll see. All right, so the first thing I wanted to check out here was actually the children's books, and specifically the Spanish children's books, because I do want to get one for Eisen because he actually doesn't have any. This one caught my attention because I actually loved how it's kind of interactive, where like you're teaching him words and you can have him point at the objects as well. So this was the one that I ended up picking up for him. The selection was actually pretty small, so I didn't pick much up, but definitely down the line, I do plan to pick up more Spanish books for him. Another thing that I'm probably going to wait for, I almost picked these up, but Harry Potter. I definitely want to read this to him. These illustrated versions are very nice and perfect for me to start reading with him once he's a bit older, because right now he wouldn't be able to. He doesn't have the patience for me reading this to him. So yeah, definitely will be picking that up at a future Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. So we finally made it to the manga section. This selection was definitely a lot bigger than the other Barnes & Noble that we went to. Any of you guys that also took part of this Barnes& Noble 50% off hardcover sale, let me know how many Barnes& Nobles you guys actually went to in the comment section down below. I'm curious to know because I went to quite a few. There might have been some Barnes& Nobles and some footage that I didn't record the next day, but yeah, it was definitely a crazy sale. This Barnes& Noble also had some figures next to their manga, which is actually pretty smart because I was really thinking about picking up that Ryuk. I've never seen a Ryuk like that, and I thought he looked pretty damn cool. So yeah, more Barnes and Nobles might want to learn from this one because us weebs, we get distracted really quick, and if we see some nice figures, we might want to pick them up. This little corner right here had some good stuff. They had the Demon Slayer box set. They also had these Jujutsu Kaisen box sets. These are the smaller ones that they're doing now, the volumes 1 through 4 only. I'm not a big fan, but I won't deny that the artwork that they decided to go with on here does actually look pretty nice. And I actually took one of these to see if I could use this as a hardcover, but they didn't go for it. I also found some volumes of Lovesick Ellie. Now that Margs Reads Manga gave me this volume, she gifted it to me during our MangaTube Secret Santa. Now I see it everywhere. I literally saw it at all the Barnes & Nobles that I went to. I wasn't paying attention to it before, but now I am. I'm in the process of reading volume 1, so if I do enjoy it, I will definitely be picking up more. Probably from Right Stuff, though. Towards the end of this shelf, we finally found all the hardcovers. I was wondering why there wasn't too many hardcovers here, but most of them were all here, and I did end up finding Rose of Versailles Volume 1. This one was in pristine conditions, so this one came home with me, and I actually also started reading this one, and I enjoyed what I've read so far. A Silent Voice. Man, this right here, this is a crazy deal. If you guys have not picked this one up, I hope you guys did during the sale because that is a steal at $22. Another cool thing I found was this One Piece art book. I didn't even know this was a thing. Although I did see an ad just today that this is something new, so that's why I never saw it, but that was pretty cool. This, however, was not cool. Whoever did that, shame on you for destroying such a beautiful hardcover. And what I was looking for, you guys remembered, right? I was looking for Tower of God, and I found it here in this random section of young adult graphic novels. I guess this is where they put their manhwa, but it's not a freaking hardcover. Why doesn't Barnes & Noble carry the hardcover of this? I literally see it on Right Stuff and a bunch of other places, but I was pretty mad about that. But all right, we're done at this Barnes & Noble. Okay, so I thought I was done for the night, but I was texting the Discord and showing them my haul, and I realized I got volume 2 of this series. Thus Spoke Rohan Kishikabe. I didn't even know it was an ongoing series. I literally thought it was a one and done, like one shot. So I was like, I just grabbed it, went to go pay, and that was it. But apparently this is volume 2. So on my way back home, I'm coming back to the original Barnes & Noble that's closer to my house. And yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find volume 1 because what am I gonna do with volume 2? I need volume 1 first, right? So let's go find volume 1. All right, no looking around here. I made sure this was a quick trip. I just went in there, I knew what I was looking for, and I found it right away. We picked up volume 1 of the series. Thankfully they had it. I was a little worried they weren't gonna have it, but on my way out, I saw that they actually have gift cards, anime themed. So that's how you know anime is getting big here in the West. But yeah, we're done, guys. That was all the shopping for today. Again, if you guys want to see everything that I picked up, make sure to check out my December manga haul, which should be coming out in a few days. I had to stop recording there because that guy thought I was recording his girlfriend's butt.